The 1996 film Matilda remains a beloved classic, enchanting audiences with its heartwarming story, whimsical charm, and unforgettable performances. With Danny Devito at the helm and a talented cast bringing Roald Dahl's beloved characters to life, the film became a nostalgic staple for 90s kids, enjoying a golden era of success. Now, nearly 40 years later, some of its stars have stepped away from the spotlight, while others have faced heartbreaking losses. Let's take a look at where the cast is in 2025. Jean Spiegel Howard as Mrs. Phelps. Jean Spiegel Howard was born on December 9, 1947 in Duncan, Oklahoma, a small town rich in American countryside charm, where she grew up before stepping into the world of acting. At 48, she played Mrs. Phelps in Matilda, 1996, the kind and empathetic librarian who introduced Matilda to the world of books, encouraging her love for reading. This role added a touch of warmth to the film, serving as a bright spot amid the story's tensions. Beyond Matilda, Jean appeared in Apollo 13, 1995, directed by her son, Ron Howard, portraying a NASA employee in the epic tale of the space mission. Outside of Hollywood, Jean was deeply connected to the Howard family, one of the most well-known families in the industry. She married actor and producer Rance Howard in 1949, and together they built a lasting marriage of over 50 years. The couple had two sons, Ron Howard, the acclaimed director behind A Beautiful Mind and The Da Vinci Code, and Clint Howard, a familiar face in numerous film projects. While Jean's life was filled with love and success, it was also met with sadness. She passed away on September 3, 2000, in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 53, after battling heart disease and respiratory issues. Paul Rubens as FBI agent, Trunchbull's assistant. Paul Rubens was born on August 27, 1952, in Peekskill, New York, and grew up in a family with a deep appreciation for the arts before moving to Florida during his teenage years. At 43, he appeared in Matilda, 1996, as an FBI agent, Trunchbull's assistant, bringing a subtle comedic charm to the role. Alongside Tracy Walter, he added an entertaining dynamic to the film as they investigated the Wormwood family. Despite the small screen time, his presence left a memorable impression. Before Matilda, Paul was already famous for creating the iconic character PeeWee Herman, starring in Pee-wee's Big Adventure, 1985, directed by Tim Burton, and Pee-wee's Playhouse, 1886 to 1990, a groundbreaking children's series that won multiple Daytime Emmy Awards. Later, he showcased his versatility by playing Derek Foreel, an eccentric drug dealer, in Blow, 2001, alongside Johnny Depp. However, Paul Rubens's personal life was filled with ups and downs. He never married, and his career was overshadowed by major scandals. In 1991, he was arrested for inappropriate conduct at an adult theater in Florida, an incident that shocked the public and stalled his career for years. Then, in 2002, he faced allegations regarding sensitive materials, though the charges were later reduced. These controversies tarnished PeeWee Herman's legacy, but Paul remained resilient, working to rebuild his career. In his later years, he privately battled lung cancer for an extended period. Paul passed away on July 30, 2023, in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 70. Mara Wilson as Matilda Wormwood. Mara Wilson was born on July 24, 1987, in Burbank, California, a city close to Hollywood, where she grew up in a family passionate about the arts. At just 9 years old, she delivered an unforgettable performance as Matilda Wormwood in Matilda, 1996, portraying a brilliant and strong-willed girl with supernatural abilities. Her heartfelt and mature acting made Matilda an enduring symbol of intelligence and resilience. Before Matilda, Mara won audiences over as Natalie Hillard, Robin Williams' sweet daughter, in Mrs. Doubtfire, 1993, and she continued to shine as Susan Walker in Miracle on 34th Street, 1994, playing a skeptical young girl questioning Santa Claus. These roles solidified her as one of the brightest child stars of the 90s. In her personal life, Mara has been open about her struggles, particularly with anxiety and depression, challenges she faced from a young age due to the pressures of early fame and the devastating loss of her mother to breast cancer in 1996. Instead of letting these hardships define her, she turned them into inspiration, writing Where Am I Now? 2016, a memoir about overcoming adversity and rediscovering herself. After stepping away from acting, she graduated from New York University and pursued a career in writing and public speaking, becoming an advocate for mental health awareness. As of 2025, at 38 years old, Mara lives in New York, continuing to share her journey through insightful writing and speaking engagements. Danny Devito as Harry Wormwood. Danny Devito was born on November 17, 1944, in Neptune Township, New Jersey, growing up in an Italian-American family with a natural flair for comedy. At 51, he brought to life the flamboyant Harry Wormwood in Matilda, 1996, a scheming, fast-talking used car salesman whose antics made him both detestable and irresistible on screen. Not only did he star in the film, but he also directed it, showcasing his versatility in both storytelling and performance. Before taking on this role, his career had already been thriving with standout performances such as the Penguin in Tim Burton's Batman Returns, 1992, a chilling yet layered villain, and the lead in Twins, 1888, alongside Arnold Schwarzenegger, a hit comedy about an unlikely pair of twin brothers. Danny won a Golden Globe for his role as Louis De Palma in the sitcom Taxi, 1978 to 1983, where he played a gruff yet endearing dispatcher, and he continued to entertain audiences in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, 2005 to present, where he not only plays Frank Reynolds, but also serves as a producer, keeping the laughs going for countless seasons. Beyond his illustrious career, Danny Devito was married to Ria Pearlman for nearly 35 years, a union that became one of Hollywood's most enduring relationships. They tied the knot in 1982 and had 3 children, Lucy, Grace, and Jacob, each pursuing artistic paths in their own way. However, the couple separated in 2017 after decades together, though they maintained a close bond and frequently appeared together at family events. As of 2025, at 81 years old, Danny continues to work on film and television projects while enjoying life surrounded by family and friends. Ria Pearlman as Zinnia Wormwood. Ria Pearlman was born on March 31, 1948, in Brooklyn, New York. At 48, she portrayed Zinnia Wormwood in Matilda, 1996, a carefree, oblivious mother whose lighthearted demeanor provided a stark contrast to her intelligent daughter. Ria became a household name with her role as Carla Tortelli in Cheers, 1982 to 1993, a performance that earned her 4 Primetime Emmy Awards for Outstanding Supporting Actress. She also remained in the spotlight with roles in The Mindy Project, 2014 to 2017, and Barbie, 2023, proving her enduring appeal across generations. In her personal life, Ria was married to Danny Devito from 1982, and together they raised 3 children. Their marriage was often seen as a rare Hollywood success story, making their separation in 2017 a topic of public curiosity. By 2025, at 77 years old, Ria continues to maintain a steady career while leading a relatively private life after years in the public eye. Pam Ferris as Miss Trunchbull. Pam Ferris was born on May 11, 1948 in Hanover, Germany, to a British military family before moving to Wales as a child. At 48, she delivered an unforgettable performance as Miss Trunchbull in Matilda, 1996. The fearsome headmistress, whose brute strength and menacing presence left a lasting impression on audiences. Her scowls and gruff voice made the character a truly terrifying force on screen. Beyond Matilda, Pam gained further recognition as Aunt Marge in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, 2004, once again showcasing her knack for playing formidable characters. Despite her commanding on-screen presence, Pam chose a peaceful life away from the limelight. She married actor Roger Frost in 1986 after meeting through theater work, and the couple built a quiet life in England without children. By 2025, at 77 years old, Pam still makes occasional film appearances while enjoying a simple yet fulfilling life with her longtime husband. Embeth Davitz as Miss Honey. Embeth Davitz was born on August 11, 1965, in Lafayette, Indiana, to a family of educators before moving to South Africa during her youth. At 31, she portrayed Miss Honey in Matilda, 1996, the kind-hearted, nurturing teacher who became a beacon of hope for Matilda amid adversity. Her performance highlighted her subtle yet compelling acting style, turning Miss Honey into an iconic figure of warmth and encouragement. Prior to this role, her career had already gained momentum with her portrayal of Helen Hirsch in Steven Spielberg's Schindler's List, 1993, a deeply emotional role set against the backdrop of the Holocaust. She later played Mary Parker in The Amazing Spider-Man, 2012 to 2014, contributing to Marvel's superhero universe. Off-screen, Embeth married attorney Jason Sloan in 2002, and they share two children, Charlotte and Nicholas. In 2013, she faced a major challenge when she was diagnosed with early-stage breast cancer. With the support of her family, she overcame the illness, though the treatment left lasting effects. By 2025, at 60 years old, Embeth remains active in projects such as Ray Donovan and The Morning Show, while enjoying family life in Los Angeles, Jon Lovevitz's waiter. Jon Lovevitz was born on July 21, 1957, in Los Angeles, California, into a Jewish family with a passion for the arts. At 39, he made a brief yet memorable appearance as the waiter in Matilda, 1996, adding a touch of his signature humor despite the small role. However, Jon truly made his mark in entertainment as a cast member on Saturday Night Live, 1985 to 1990, where he created iconic comedic characters like Tommy Flanagan, the pathological liar, winning over audiences with his unique style. He also became a prominent voice actor, lending his talents to multiple characters in The Simpsons, including Jay Sherman from The Critic and various guest appearances. In his personal life, Jon Lovevitz has never married, a decision that has kept him away from the typical Hollywood relationship drama. By 2025, at 68 years old, he continues to thrive in comedy, voice acting, and occasional stage performances. Tracy Walter as FBI Agent Gardner. Tracy Walter was born on November 25, 1947 in Jersey City, New Jersey, growing up in a working-class environment before pursuing acting. At 48, he played the undercover FBI agent disguised as a gardener in Matilda, 1996, a minor but amusing role that added to the film's comedic suspense. Though brief, his performance reflected the quirky, distinctive acting style that made him a sought-after character actor. Before Matilda, he gained recognition for his roles in The Silence of the Lambs, 1991, where he had a small but impactful scene, and Batman, 1889, in which he played Bob, the Joker's loyal henchman. Off-screen, Tracy Walter has largely kept a low profile, dedicating himself to his craft rather than the Hollywood spotlight. By 2025, at 78, he still occasionally appears in film projects, living a quiet yet committed life in the industry. Marin Hel as Acrobat Girl. Marin Hel was born on February 5, 1981, in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, where her parents worked as educators before moving to the U.S. when she was young. At 15, she played the acrobat girl in Matilda, 1996, a minor role that contributed to Miss Honey's backstory, adding a touch of youthful energy to the film's brief flashback sequence. While the role wasn't a major highlight in her career, it marked the beginning of a long and successful journey in the entertainment industry. After Matilda, Marin truly shined as Judith Harper Melnick in 2.5 Men, 2003 to 2015, a sharp-witted and comedic character that brought her widespread recognition. She further cemented her talent with her portrayal of Rose Weissman in The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, 2017 to 2023, a strict yet charming mother, earning her an Emmy nomination for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series in 2019. Beyond acting, Marin Hel married theater director Randall Sommer in 1998 after meeting through an artistic project in New York. The couple welcomed a son in the early 2000s. By 2025, at 44, Marin remains a familiar face on television, continuing to take on new projects while maintaining a steady career in Los Angeles. Kyami Davael as Lavender. Kyami Davael was born on September 21, 1980, in Kentucky, a state known for its picturesque countryside and rich American heritage. At 15, she played Lavender in Matilda, 1996, Matilda's sweet and loyal best friend, helping to highlight the warmth and camaraderie among the children in Miss Trunchbull's oppressive classroom. Her performance brought a bright and playful energy to the film, making Lavender an unforgettable part of the story. Following Matilda, Kyami appeared in Bruno, 2000, a comedy directed by Shirley MacLaine, playing one of the young characters. However, her time in the entertainment industry was short-lived, as she eventually stepped away from acting to pursue her education. She attended the University of Kentucky, earning a law degree. By 2025, at 45, Kyami leads a private life, far removed from the spotlight of Hollywood. R.D. Robb as Nigel Hicks. R.D. Robb was born on December 22, 1973 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, a city steeped in American history. At 22, he played Nigel Hicks in Matilda, 1996, the mischievous blonde-haired student who brought a lively presence to the classroom under Miss Trunchbull's rule. His character added an element of fun and rebellion, making Nigel a fan favorite among the supporting cast. Before Matilda, R.D. appeared in A Christmas Story, 1983, as Schwartz, one of Ralphie's childhood friends, in the beloved holiday classic that continues to air every Christmas season. Later, he shifted to behind-the-scenes work, directing and producing Don's Plum, 2001, a controversial indie film featuring Leonardo DiCaprio and Tobey Maguire. Despite challenges in its release, the project showcased his abilities beyond acting. By 2025, at 52, R.D. remains active in the entertainment industry, primarily working behind the camera. Jacqueline Stiger as Amanda Thripp. Jacqueline Stiger was born on October 17, 1983, in Orange County, California, a region known for its coastal beauty and ties to the entertainment industry. At 13, she portrayed Amanda Thripp in Matilda, 1996, the pigtailed girl famously thrown over the fence by Miss Trunchbull in one of the film's most memorable and darkly comedic moments. The scene perfectly captured the villain's cruelty and Amanda's innocence, making it a standout moment in the movie. Her role in Matilda was a defining part of her childhood acting career. Following Matilda, she appeared in Beautiful, 2000, a comedy directed by Sally Field, and The Little Princess, 1997, a TV adaptation of Frances Hodgson Burnett's novel, where she continued to showcase her natural charm as a child actress. However, Jacqueline eventually stepped away from acting, choosing to explore a different path in life. By 2025, at 42, she enjoys a peaceful life with her family, far from the Hollywood spotlight she once knew. Sarah Magdalene as Acrobat Girl. Sarah Magdalene was born on March 31, 1981, in Los Angeles, California, a city where Hollywood dreams come true for many young talents. At 15, she played the acrobat girl in Matilda, 1996, contributing to the emotional backstory of Miss Honey's family. After Matilda, she seemingly stepped away from the spotlight, choosing not to pursue an acting career and instead seeking a different path beyond the glitz of Hollywood. By 2025, at 44, Sarah leads a quiet life, far removed from the entertainment industry. Leona Hackle as acrobat. Leona Hackle was born on May 10, 1982, in Los Angeles, California, growing up in close proximity to the heart of Hollywood's film industry. At 14, she portrayed an acrobat in Matilda, 1996, making a subtle yet meaningful contribution to Miss Honey's past, bringing a youthful energy to the flashback of her family's history. Though her screen time was brief, the role added an extra layer of emotion to the story, deepening the audience's understanding of Miss Honey's background. Following Matilda, Leora chose not to pursue acting, instead opting for a more private life outside the entertainment industry. By 2025, at 43, she maintains a quiet existence, leaving her role in Matilda as a small yet memorable part of a beloved film. Jimmy Cars as Fat Kid. Jimmy Cars was born on July 27, 1983, in Los Angeles, California, growing up close to the heart of Hollywood. At 13, he played Bruce Bogtrotter, also credited as Fat Kid, in Matilda, 1996, delivering one of the film's most unforgettable moments, the chocolate cake scene under Miss Trunchbull's stern supervision. This moment was not only comedic, but also symbolic of determination, making Jimmy an unforgettable part of the movie's legacy. Following Matilda, he had a small role in The Wedding Singer, 1998, appearing in a wedding choir alongside Adam Sandler, adding to the film's lighthearted charm. However, instead of pursuing acting further, Jimmy chose to step away from Hollywood after a few roles, focusing on education and a career in medicine. By 2025, at 42, he leads a quiet life, far from the entertainment industry, dedicating himself to the medical field and his passion outside of acting. The cast of Matilda may have gone their separate ways, but their performances continue to leave a lasting impact on fans worldwide. Whether they pursued new careers, stepped away from Hollywood, or left behind a cherished legacy, their time in this beloved classic will never be forgotten. Which Matilda character was your favorite? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Goodbye.